All right, continue with the Math 1 Unit 1 review. This is number 15. And it says Sue ran 15.3 miles in 2 hours. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set that up as a miles per hour. Over 2 hours. Okay. Then Bob ran 25.6 miles in 3 hours. Okay, so these are not unit rates, so it's hard to tell who's going faster because they ran for different amounts of time. So to do that, I'm basically going to do a unit rate. So I'm just going to divide the top one by the bottom one, and that comes out to 7.65 miles per hour. And this one comes out to 8.53 miles per hour. Okay, so who's running faster? You can see over here, probably should label these. It's Bob and Sue. Right. You got to get down to a unit rate. So you want to divide so that that time is a unit of 1. 16 says a machine can make 7,000 bolts in 1 hour. How many bolts does it make per second? So we got to convert. Okay, so it's 7,000 bolts in 1 hour. Okay. So I got to convert. Now I can do two fractions, or I can just do one. So I can say 1 hour. Okay. Well, there's 60 seconds in a 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in every minute, right? So if I do 60 times 60, all right, that's 3,600 seconds in an hour. Okay. So then I'll multiply across. Remember, my units reduce. So it's basically 7,000 bolts all over 3,600 seconds. I can go ahead and convert that to a unit rate. So I'm going to say that's the same as 1.94 bolts per second. Okay. All right. Or I could have just reduced the fraction down. Okay. So if I did that, it'd be take a 2 out of both of those. That'd be 35 over 18 volts per second. Okay. All right, number 17, where these are proportions or ratios. 17. So this is 10m equals negative 13 over 12. Okay. So I'm going to go and use the cross products here. So I'll say 120 equals negative 13m. I'll divide by negative 13. I'll go ahead and put my m out front here, so that's 120 over negative 113, or sorry, negative 13. There was no decimals, this wasn't a word problem, so I'm going to leave it as a fraction. 18 is v plus 6 over 5 equals v minus 8 over 4. So when I do my cross products here, okay, I'm going to go and write this in 2 steps so you can see what I'm actually doing. Okay. Alright, so now I have to distribute this. So this is 4v plus 24 equals 5v minus 40 after I distribute those. Now remember, get your variables on the same side, so I'm going to go ahead and move them this way. Equals v minus 40, and I'll add 40 to both sides. Alright, and that gives me 64 equals v. Okay, moving on here. Number 19 gives me 5 times w plus 3 is greater than or equal to 10. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this by using the distribution property. Okay, I'm going to subtract 15 to both sides. I'm going to divide by 5. Okay. And I do not flip the inequality sign because I'm dividing by a positive. Okay, this is negative, but the thing I'm actually dividing by is a positive, so it stays the same. Okay, so I'll go ahead and graph this. I'm just going to throw 0 and -1 on there. So this is an or equals 2, so that's a closed circle. Okay, and this tells me the w's are bigger, and the w's are bigger to the right. $20. 15 is greater than 5 minus x. Okay, so I'm going to start solving here. And I get 10 is greater than -x. Now to get x by itself, I need to divide by a negative. Okay, so being careful here, I just divided by a negative, so this is -10 is now less than x. Okay, and then I'll graph this one. I'm just going to throw a couple of numbers on here. And so it's an open circle because there's no or equals 2 down here. And this is the bigger side. X's are bigger, right? So I'm going this way. Okay. Some people, it might be a better idea if you churn, right, flip the inequality.